Welcome, everyone. I just had a cough come out as soon as I was about to speak, holding my breath, waiting for Chad to let me know we're going live. to use that moment to choke on my gum. So welcome everyone to Thursday night's improv comedy show, Comedy One Shots. We are Chaotic Good Improv, and we'll try not to choke while we perform for you guys here tonight, because everything you see here is going to be made up on the spot. We don't have anything planned. We don't know what we're doing except making stuff up. And that's where you guys come in, our audience at home. So whether you're watching us on Twitch or Facebook Live, YouTube Live, wherever we're being streamed, interact with us. Let us know how you guys are feeling. We want to know. At least Chad will be able to monitor because he'll be monitoring the chat. But we're going to be needing suggestions from you guys as well throughout the show. So before any of our games, whenever someone's introducing one of our games, they'll ask for a suggestion. Just feel free to type that into the chat, whatever it is, whether it's a person, place, thing, food, something that might make you choke 3 seconds before going live on a Twitch stream, whatever, it doesn't matter. And Chad will select one of those and let us know what it is, and we'll improvise a scene based on that suggestion. And because everything's improvised, this show is going to be unique. It's going to be the only time this show ever exists in the history of shows. So you guys will get to see the creative process happening live in front of your eyeballs. Let me introduce our cast here tonight. This, I think, is one of the biggest casts we've had in a couple weeks. We've got 4 of us here tonight. So my name is Chris.
Woo!
Yeah. We've also got Ty.
Hey.
We've got Melanie.
Yay!
And we've got Patrick.
Woo!
We've got a foursome. This is going to be great because there's certain games you can't do without 4 people. So we're going to try and load them as many as we can in this show. And the man who does everything for us literally could probably do the show by himself. He didn't even need us, but he just humors us and allows us to be a part of his creation. The man who runs all the bells and whistles and the wires and the computers and the cathode ray tubes or whatever other technical jargon you want to throw in there, our Hostmaster General, Chad.
Yay! And Chad just learned where the mute button was. That was great. Okay, well, thank you a lot, Chris. And I gotta say, that was a great intro. It kind of reminded me of the opening of 8 Mile. But anyway, those of you who grew up in the 2000s, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so anyway, thank you again, Chris, for that wonderful introduction. And welcome to everyone who's watching us tonight. We are very happy to have you with us tonight. As Chris said, you guys help make the show possible and everything through your suggestions and all that, and through letting folks know that we're out here. This is a great opportunity before we even get started to go ahead and let everyone know in your general vicinity, in your milieu, in your circle of friends, as it were, to let them know that, hey, there's some weirdos about to do some made-up comedy on the spot online. So go ahead and share this stream, if you'd like, with all your friends, family, relatives, and what have you, and let folks know that we're out here. Because, hey, the more people we can make laugh, the better reach we have, and the better we enjoy that. So many people as we can make happy, that's our goal. A lot of people have supported us financially as well as sharing the word, and we really do appreciate that. That keeps us loud live, bringing the funny to you, and keeps me pushing buttons. So if you would like to count yourself among those ranks, you can check out our Twitch stream at twitch.tv/chaoticgoodimprov, where you're probably watching right now, truth be told. And you can find ways to support us there via BitShares and via subscriptions. Just little ways like that. They're always fun for everyone. Eagle Panini, Archradish, and Comedy Girly actually just did that in the chat, and we do appreciate that. Also, don't forget that you can follow us on there, as well as all the other finer social medias and Facebook as well, to be let know whenever we go live. That will just give you a little bling saying, hey, Chaotic Good Improv is about to make some funny happen, and you can watch funny happen. One other thing, in addition to the suggestions that you will give out to start our scenes, we also like to come up with a name for this particular episode. Like Chris said, we don't plan any of this out beforehand. We just kind of do it on the fly, and when we're done, we like to make this little thing we created, put it in our archives, and give it a name. So, if you hear our actors say something uproariously funny tonight, or if you hear like a common theme happen that you think we should really give a little homage to that, go ahead and let us know what you think would be a really good episode title for this particular episode of Comedy One Shots we're doing tonight. when we put it in our YouTube and Twitch archives, we will be sure to go ahead and slap a name on that bad boy, and you can have the satisfaction, pride, and kudos of knowing that you have basically played the part of our writing staff for the evening, because that's literally the only thing we've written. So yeah, good stuff. So be sure to do that. And one last thing, if you'd like to support us, as well as get a little, something in return, the lovely Melanie is actually wearing a Chaotic Good Improv long sleeve shirt tonight. Sweatshirt, I believe. Yep, it is absolutely amazing. You can get that, as well as several other pieces of CGI branded apparel at chaoticgoodimprov.com, and check out our store. I know there's been a lot of talk about masks and when you can and can't wear them. We actually still have masks and everything. And if you no longer have a need to wear them in a public place or whatever, or outside, that's fine. You can still get them and wear them as a really cool eye patch for your next Halloween party. I myself have tried this. It actually looks really snazzy and everything. It's very bright, very blue, and eye-catching, which helps because it's an eye patch. So if it catches your eye, that serves its purpose. I have dwelt way too long on such a lame joke. I will now move on, because the actual funny will be coming from the rest of our actors tonight. And to get started with that, I'm going to turn it over to Chris. So Chris, go ahead and please get some actual funny started, all right?
All right, well, I'm going to clear my throat first and make sure that it's not constricted prior to speaking. All right, so we're about to embark, I believe it's, I need to correct myself, it's episode 81 that we're starting of our short form improv comedy, our 81st episode of Comedy One Shot. So we're going to begin this with a game called Change, which for those of you who've watched quite a few of our shows, know we like to start off most of our shows with this game. And what I'll need from the audience as a suggestion would be a reason to celebrate. Any reason to celebrate. It can be a holiday. It doesn't have to be a holiday. It could just be some good news or something good that happened. I found a penny. Woohoo! Let's celebrate. Just something good that you might be able to celebrate on. And we'll use that as a suggestion for the scenes. Melanie and Patrick will be improvising a scene. I'm having trouble. They'll be improvising a scene based on this suggestion. However, if I live through this, throughout the scene, I'll be able to say change whenever I want. And whenever I say change, what happened?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Whenever I say change, whoever just spoke will have to change what they said to something completely different, and then have to justify what they've said is part of the scene. I'm completely thrown now. I don't know what just occurred.
We've lost Chad. Lost him.
There's an inside joke that's just the four of us, and we excluded you, Chris. So,
okay, that's normal.
You're here by Zoom chat. You're here in the window, or you were. The answer there now.
That's good. It doesn't matter either way. Yeah. So what we'll need. So Chad, do we have any suggestions for some reason to celebrate?
Okay, a debutante ball?
Debutante's ball. So this scene will have something to do with the debutante's ball. They'll use that suggestion as they see fit. This is Change with Melanie and Patrick in 3, 2, and 1.
Oh, Daddy. I'm so excited the night is finally here.
Well, Mary, we've been looking forward to this for a long, long time. We're so ready to have you just meet the man of your dreams, and we feel like we found some really great people here that you can be introduced to Southern society for the first time.
Oh, Daddy, it means the world to me that you're going to take my arm and introduce me to all these bachelors. I wonder if one of them's going to give me a rose.
Change.
I wonder if one of them's going to give me a venereal disease.
Change.
I wonder if one of them's going to give me their coat if I get cold.
Well, now, honey, hopefully the forecast is going to be all right, because we made sure to plan this on a hot, muggy night. So hopefully you shouldn't be getting cold or nothing.
Well, it is a little steamy, but Mama always used to tell me that Southern women don't sweat, we glisten.
Change.
Right, Daddy? Mama used to say Southern women don't sweat, we whine.
Change.
Mama used to say Southern women don't sweat, we eat and drink. A lot.
Well, I know that's true. Now your mama used to have this secret she used to do when she was gonna get all sweaty. she would freeze sweet tea into a block and put it right up her dress so to keep her nice and cool.
Change.
She would freeze a Harvey Wallbanger. It's an orange juice and vodka cocktail that's only served in Savannah, Georgia, apparently. And put it right onto her legs and apply it like a balm. Have you thought about trying that?
Daddy, Mama didn't even talk to me about the birds and the bees, and you're telling me to put a wall banger in my skirt?
Well, now you're just taking my words out of context here, Mary. Now, I don't like being misquoted now. I'm saying you take a frozen block of vodka and orange juice and you rub it all over yourself to keep you from getting sweaty and sticky and gross.
Well, all right, and these gentlemen will still think I'm a lady if I do that, because these gentlemen will not think less of me if I'm sitting on a block of ice.
Change.
These gentlemen won't mind that I'm shivering with delight in a way I've never experienced in my life. I like this, Daddy.
Well, I know, and what's going to happen is you're going to start attracting lots and lots of ants. All right.
Change.
You're going to start attracting lots of those little tiny red bugs that just bite you all over. Okay.
Change.
And you're going to start attracting all kinds of creatures, not just men. Okay. You're gonna be the most attractive woman the South has ever seen, because there'll be everything on you, men, vermin, everything.
Well, Daddy, now I've got bugs coming on to me and no men coming on to me, and I think I need to get off this piece of ice and clean myself up.
And seed. That seed went from turning into a Bobby Boucher, my mama said, to a weird Southern Savannah Snow White. Just creatures coming from everywhere.
And right before you said seed, I had a way to wrap it up.
My bad, dog.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, you can go ahead and intro this if you want to, Melanie.
No, I didn't know what it was. All right, so here we go. This is a game for everybody. It's a game we call Objection. So what I'm going to need from the chat, Chad, I have to slow that down, is something versus something. Two things that people would argue about, like Pepsi versus Coke, or Disneyland versus Disney World, or whatever. It's all we need. And what's going to happen is, I believe Patrick and Ty are going to start a debate with a pro, a con, and then an objection. And then the rest of us can chime in and object as we see fit and take the subject away from them completely. So do we have something that these two can at least start their argument with?
Well, not quite yet. They're still kind of coming into the chat rather slowly, but hey, go ahead and put in as many ideas for, some kind of debate as needed. By the way, I was remiss in not mentioning earlier, if you have a suggestion, you put it in and it's not quite used the first time around, don't worry, it may well come back. So, still, okay, here we go. So let's go with milk chocolate versus dark chocolate.
Something tells me that's not what you were guffawing about earlier.
Yeah, so. I mean, I really...
We're going for the safer one.
Yeah, okay. Let's go with milk chocolate versus dark chocolate.
Yes, we're going to go with literal milk chocolate versus literal dark chocolate, with Ty and Patrick starting us off with objection in 3, 2, and 1.
All right, so I think we're just right out of the gate. I think everyone can agree that milk chocolate is the best chocolate. The reason why is you can eat a bunch of it. You never have that weird taste in your mouth. You can bake with it a lot easier. It's just more universally light.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and object to you there, Ty. Listen, what you don't like apparently is chocolate. All right, take dark chocolate, 72, 96, 100% cacao. And that's real chocolate, not this disgusting amalgamation of Hershey's whatever you're trying to pass off as chocolate these days.
Objection. Hershey's does not own chocolate. All right. So you saying Hershey's as if Hershey's is the tell-all be-all. There's just the god of chocolate. There's no such thing as a god of chocolate, Patrick. And Hershey's for sure is not the best kind of chocolate that there is.
Objection.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Well, I just want to object because I do go to the Church of Chocolatier, and there is indeed a God of chocolate, and I worship him every week. And in fact,
Objection. I'm sorry. The God of chocolate is clearly not a man. Godiva is clearly a lady, and she serves her chocolate to satisfied customers all over the world. And you don't have to be in the church of Lady Godiva and her chocolate. The Godiva Chocolate Company. You can enjoy her treats while celebrating any religion.
Objection. Enjoying treats doesn't have to necessarily have to deal with chocolate. And I find it very disenfranchising to the word treat to only include chocolate in that definition. Treats come in all forms, shapes, sizes, and flavors. I am preferable to sweet frozen treats. I enjoy the popsicles.
Objection. Can we please refrain from using the TREAT word, because there are animals present and they are going ballistic here.
Objection. I specifically enunciated it as the TREET version of the treat, which is the street slang for good stuff. And so that should, if I was done correctly, not cause your pets to go into any sort of ear perking mode.
Objection. I know for a fact that Chris has zero street cred. So I don't think that he is any kind of person that can talk about.
Objection. I literally just took the word street, took the S off to make treat. That is automatic cred in any sort of circles where it comes to street sociality.
Objection. If you use the phrase street sociality, I don't think you have any street cred. I think that's just like a solid base foundation of street cred. Having is that.
Objection. Listen, I'm going back and forth here on whether or not Chris has street credibility. I'm going to go ahead and say he doesn't have any credibility whatsoever on any topic. I think that so far Chris has made a bastardization of the word TREAT, and he's trying to pass it off as this crazy street thing. And I think that he is misusing the English language as it was intended to be used.
Objection. No one said that the TREET version of the word treat is from the English language. I typically come from an amalgamation of many different tongues, and I will use them interchangeably based on my whim and my will.
Objection. Amalgamation of tongues is not appropriate for a situation like this. That the amalgamation of body parts in general is just not something we should be discussing publicly.
Objection.
It should be privately.
Objection. We are all literally an amalgamation of body parts. That is exactly what we are. If it wasn't for that, we would all just be a group of feet or elbows, but we have multiple body parts all amalgamated, and I did make that a verb, together to form one being.
Objection. We're talking about an amalgamation of body parts when really we should be talking about an amalgamation of milk and chocolate, which is why milk chocolate is the best, hands down. End of story.
And scene.
That took a weird turn. Pretty quickly.
Wow.
Wait,
amalgamation.
Is that not how that debate usually goes?
Yeah, it is. I like it. I gotta let my cat out.
Why'd you say you were gonna let your dog out and then say cat?
Because I usually say let my dog out, but it was my cat at the window, so I would not want to put my dog out the window.
You just want to say who let the dogs out.
I'm trying to get my treat cred.
my treat cred. All right, so I don't know if somebody wants to intro.
Yeah,
I think
Switch?
Chad is.
Yeah,
I think Chad's gonna be doing it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because we're about to move on to one of my favorite games because I get to control this one called Switch. And what I'm going to need from everyone watching is pretty much any suggestion you can think of. And just to get your brain started out with, let's talk, maybe a relationship. Let's talk about maybe the last thing you purchased, the last thing that you purchased at the grocery store. You see, some people choke. I just babble incoherently into the mic. Yeah, but think about stuff like that, or any suggestion whatsoever. Go ahead and just start putting them into the chat, rapid fire, many as you can. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to start assigning them to pairs of actors, as you see in the square circle on the screen. Ty and Patrick will be a pair of actors. Patrick and Melanie will be a pair of actors. Melanie and Chris will be a pair of actors, and Chris and Ty will also be a pair of actors. Even though they are 4, they are 2 at all times, if that makes any sense and sounds cooler than it is. What's going to happen is, for each scene that I assign these pairs of actors, I will be able to switch between the scenes by calling out the suggestion that each pair is assigned. So, if that's confusing, just think of it as if I have a remote control, and anytime I get tired of watching the same channel, I can switch the channel, and we'll see what happens. So, moving on, let's see what we have in the chat here. Okay, so, cool. So for Ty and Patrick, your suggestion will be red eye drops. Okay. For Patrick and Melanie, your suggestion is plantain chips.
Plantain chips?
Yep.
I thought you said planting chips.
Well, I mean, at some point they were.
They gotta grow. They gotta grow somehow.
You gotta grow them chips.
Exactly. Let's see here. For Melanie and Chris, your suggestion is choir boy and choral director.
Quiral?
Viral. I don't think viral's a word.
It is now. It's
Yeah.
Choral director. I don't know.
No, I like chiral. It's the opposite version of it. It's the chirality.
Chirality, yes. And for the last pair, let's see, Chris and Ty, your suggestion is cheesecake.
Mm.
Right? So, let's go back over these suggestions one more time, and thank you so much to Chris for putting that in our, or Melanie rather, for putting that in our.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Chad. Anything I can do to help.
Absolutely.
It always goes to the man.
I'm pretty sure Melanie tap danced those into her.
Oy. It's been a long day, guys. All right, Ty and Patrick, your suggestion is
Red eye drops.
okay. Patrick and Melanie, your suggestion.
Plantain chips.
Melanie and Chris, your suggestion.
Choir boy and chiral director.
Right. And Chris and Ty, your suggestion is
Cheesecake.
all right. Red eye drops is weird. I want to see that start out with. So this will be the game of Switch in 3, 2, and 1.
Hey, bro. I'm sorry about yesterday. Okay, I'm sorry.
Dude, water under the bridge, bro. Like our buddy
Good.
Willie always says, bridge over troubled water. Like, we're a bridge, man. Like, you cause some trouble. Like, we're a bridge, though. You know, man. Like, we're cool. We're cool.
Good, man.
We're gonna be cool.
Good. I'm glad. I'm just again. I mean, you're my best friend, man, and I don't know what I would do without you. I mean, you're literally there for me through thick and thin. You remember when Jennifer broke up with me? You were there for me, bro.
Yeah, you went through your fat phase, man. I was there for you. I was there for you.
You were there for
you
me.
know?
You were there for me, and you weren't there for me like in a negative way. You were very body positive the whole time, and I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, man. Listen. Okay, my mom's coming into town. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Smoked a bowl earlier.
Who does
Okay.
it, man? Who does it?
Plantain chips.
You don't like it?
Excuse me. What is this?
Excuse me? It is a plantain. You asked for chip. I give you chip.
Yes, I wanted plain chips. What?
That
how is this hard-
plantain chip.
Okay.
How you
I
not
feel-
understand?
Okay. I saw that your restaurant had 5 stars on Yelp. Okay. I thought it was strange because there was only one review. Okay.
Mhm.
But I come here expecting 5-star service and I get served what looks like, is this a fried banana? I don't know what
Yes, yes, very good, very good, very good. Some people can't tell. So proud of you.
Choir boy and director.
Hey, brother Johansson.
Are you smoking?
I am, brother Johansson.
You have a golden voice.
I do. I'm tired of all the other boys making fun of me for how high it is. I want to drop it a couple octaves, so I started smoking Marlboro Reds.
No. You have a God-given gift. You need to put that smoke away. You need to sing like a big, huge soprano.
Yeah, well, that's another thing I wanted to bring up, brother Johansson. See, I was up late night and it was HBO After Dark, and I saw an episode of The Sopranos, and I don't think I want to sound anything like those people. So I want to drop my voice. They're very violent.
Yes, that show is a sinful excuse for television, but it is HBO. Listen, you need to put the smoke away and realize that you have something different from those other boys that are taller than you and growing into young men, and you're still so petite and beautiful. That's your gift.
Well, I'm not sure how to take that, brother Johansson, but I appreciate it. I just, I'm 17 years old now, and it still sounds like I'm in kindergarten. It's just something that I can't come to terms with,
Cheesecake.
Craig, bad news. I just came from corporate.
Yeah.
They want 5 more pages on the menu. Man, we got to come up with some stuff. It's already like 20 pages long. I don't know why they want more pages on the menu.
When I took this job, I just thought it was a regular restaurant. I didn't realize that there was an actual factory.
Yeah.
To the Cheesecake Factory, and our job is just to create more pages of menu.
I don't get it. I don't know what they're just going to be repeating dishes over at this point. I don't understand it. It's just putting more work on us.
That's the secret I've been doing. Don't tell corporate, but if you see behind me, I've got this is my idea board. And so right here, this is like what goes on the salmon with the broccoli and
right.
the rice. Well, what I do is they're like refrigerator magnets. I just slide these things around and and that's how I come up with new dishes.
Interesting.
Sometimes late at night when no one's around, I take all the refrigerator magnets off and I shuffle them up and I just throw them randomly on there. New dishes. Just new dishes. That's how you get salmon and pork belly together, because it's just throw new
that
dishes.
was a big seller.
Who would have known,
Obviously, I wouldn't have. That's why I'm not the brains. I'm the messenger between corporate and you, Craig. That's my whole job, is just to tell you what they want to say.
Red eye drops.
Hey, bro. Hey, again, sorry about your mom, man. That was really uncool of me. But she did come to visit.
Well, I'll be honest, man. Wasn't listening to what you said. Sorry, bro. I just
No worries.
You're just your mouth started moving, and I was just
whoa. Yeah, I think your eyes are a little too lubricated.
I don't know if I'm crying or if I put too many drops in, but
I don't know.
The wetness from the Visine is becoming one with my wetness, and it's weird.
Hey man, don't sweat it, man. You're looking good. I mean, you look good while you're doing it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh no, I'm sweating too, dude. I'm liquid inside and out right now, bro. I'm freaking out, man.
Hey, you need some help. Why don't you have this brownie?
Oh, dude, that was so great. I'm so hungry right now, man.
Hey, your mom and I made them whenever she was over.
Choir boy and director.
Sorry, brother Johansson. I wasn't smoking. I was just smelling it.
I came here with this beautiful gown to surprise you and let you know that you get to play Mary in the pageant again.
Oh, see, as much as I love doing that, you use the key word
again. I feel like I'm being typecast, Brother Johansson. I'm Mary. I went from baby Jesus to Mary, and I still have not advanced, you know?
Oh, honey, you're gonna be Mary for a long, long time because you're the only one that can fit in that corset and is willing to wear the dress.
I do want to bring this up too. I think that we need to be a little more historically accurate, and I just don't think the corsets really were something that they had it back in that time.
Oh, they didn't have it. But do you not hear what it does to your voice? You go an octave higher when I cinch that thing onto you.
I was gonna ask if maybe we can remove the jockstrap from the corset because that's really been affecting the
that's
octave
how
range.
that's your high C, honey. That's your high C.
Okay, I can try one. No, don't like it. I don't like it.
Okay. You Menigans. I got you. Here's a potato and a fried potato chip. Now that is a plain chip. Try. I guarantee you won't like it.
Well, I don't think I'll like it at all because you put them in the fryer, you took them right out. You didn't get time to let them sit in there with the juices and stuff. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just give you a 2-star review. You know.
Wait. The only review we have that I wrote. So I give you a fresh banana. I put some chocolate on it. It won't be plain. You love. Please write a good review. They closed me down. I got a C on that report.
Well, I mean, you were at 5 stars. I gave you a 2. I mean, you're still sitting at a 3.5. I mean, you'll get all kinds of riffraff to come in here and stuff. But like, I'll be honest, the food here is just it's just not what I expected. You know,
Cheesecake.
I can't.
You did it again, Greg. You did it again. You brilliant man.
I think that's I ran out of regular magnets, so I used my regular refrigerator magnets.
Yeah.
And I thought I had put 10 plain chips on the menu, but it was plantain chips on the menu, and people love them.
People loved them. It was, I mean, that dish was just phenomenal. Plantain chips, salmon, and cheesecake all mashed into one pasta dish.
Yeah, it's like
crazy.
It's an international goulash of goodness.
I don't know how it happened. You know what? It's so good. It went from the 25th page up to the 2nd page.
On the 2nd page?
Craig?
Oh, man, I might make the cover.
Yeah. I mean, they're thinking about changing from that slight etching of Cheesecake Factory and then to your face and you holding the dish.
God, if I would have known that, I would have made it a little more visually appealing. It does look like a bowl of goop.
It does look like a bowl of goop. That is the one negative to it. But all you have to do is just convince people to take one bite. The whole dish is gone. There's no leftovers. And that's saying something because it's the Cheesecake Factory, and they give you like 5 servings in a bowl.
Red eye drops.
Hey, bro. I don't know. I don't want this to be weird, man, but I'm gonna ask your mom to marry me.
Dude, like you're talking again, man. Like whatever you said, bro, I'm like cool with, man. I'm like,
no worries, son. It's cool, man.
Whoa.
Yeah. You know, now, yeah, I'm gonna be your dad, man.
Whoa.
Yeah. And speaking of, man, you really need to stop smoking so much. I mean, it's really bad for your future. You know, your mom and I are really, really starting to get worried about you, son.
Dude, I thought you were. Are you my? Oh, dude, I thought you were my buddy from college, bro. You're my dad, though.
Not anymore. I graduated. I graduated to being your dad.
I graduated to being your dad. That's good stuff.
Is it a graduation, though?
Oh, choir boy, we would have had a gig at their wedding.
Yeah. We know what would have been on the menu.
Plain chips.
Oh, man.
All right, so this is a game for Chris and Ty. So I just need 2 suggestions of pretty much anything. Let me change my background without disappearing. So what's going to happen here is we're going to get 2 suggestions from the chat. And these guys are going to build a scene just based entirely on those 2 random suggestions. So they do not have to have anything to do with each other. They can just be an object, a place, a weird item that you find like when you're spring cleaning. Doesn't matter. Like bottom of the pool, but you dug up in your yard. The bar is low. So on that note, Chad.
The bar is
on
low.
On that very low note.
So my thing is, let's go ahead and prove Melanie wrong by setting the bar even higher, and go ahead and drop your suggestions, just any suggestions at all and everything, and then if nothing else, I may go back and pull 1 or 2. So let me pull 1 from a previous suggestion here. We have a bat mitzvah.
Okay.
Okay, and waiting on another suggestion, so go ahead and drop it off. Let me check Facebook real quick. Okay, corn cob. Corn cob. Okay, so we have a bat mitzvah and a corn cob.
All right. Corn. I don't know what I spelled. It auto-corrected to corn kebab. So this is going to be a scene with Ty and Chris.
Okay, so this will be a scene for Ty and Chris. Yes, I actually read how both were spelled too, and I've got the giggles as well. So this will be for Ty and Chris. This is 2 suggestions, just a scene from those 2 suggestions. Bar mitzvah and corn cob in 3, 2, and 1.
I don't know if this room's going to do it. Looks kind of small.
You know, I just don't. I can't picture it. I just can't picture it. You know, like I'm looking around and we're supposed to have drapes. We're supposed to have drapes. You know, we are supposed to have drapes, and it just doesn't look like it'll work. I just don't know.
Well, it is, you know, you like drapes. I would have expected some, you know, panes of glass in the windowsill frames. You know, but that's what you get for renting out a barn. You know, we could bring our own drapes. We can, or just put up some towels or pillowcases, tablecloths, anything.
Tablecloth.
I'm just trying to think outside the box, honey. I'm just trying to think outside the box.
We need drapes. This is a drape kind of event. All right,
Yeah.
We need nice, fine drapes. I'm talking about like 1,200 thread drapes. Okay.
That's a lot of threads.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, I'll see what I can do. I'll make some phone calls. I mean, I do have you know, I've got some in to the Walmarts. You know, like I know some folks.
I remember. I you and your ins, honey. You know, you're so connected to people. You know, you're so well connected. I always love that about you.
That's, you know, it's my line of work. I meet a lot of folks. I like to hobnob. You know, as you will.
Yes. Oh, honey. You know, I'm sorry if I'm being a little, you know, really about the drapes. You know, this is nerve-wracking for me. You only get 1 bat mitzvah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, unless you have like a Benjamin Button disorder or something, you can reverse kind of like one of those little balls on your thing that go tsk, 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 and if you keep going back and forth in age, you can have as many as you want. But that's neither here nor there.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're not the parents of Benjamin Button, so
we're not. Unfortunately, we're not. We just have our daughter Teresa.
That's true.
So, which is good. I mean, you know, she's not as attractive, but you know.
No, I mean, is anyone as attractive as Brad Pitt? I almost called him Bradley.
I don't know. He's Bradley to me because I know him. He's one of those. I hobnobbed with Bradley Pitt.
You hobnobbed with Bradley Pitt?
I did. Dog. Yeah, it was coincidentally. He's from Oklahoma, and while I was traveling, I was at the University of Oklahoma. They were playing the Nebraska Cornhuskers football game, and I was there. I was there wearing a giant corn cob on my head. He had a Sooner wagon on his head, and we were just jarring back and forth, and that's how I met Bradley Pitt.
Bradley Pitt. Oh, good old Bradley. You know, we should invite him. I'm sure he would love to be in a bat mitzvah.
Yeah, well, we spoke about, you know, our families and stuff, and he you know, told me about his brood with Angelina.
I don't know if that doesn't seem like a nice word to talk about his family. A brood.
Well, ever since she kicked him to the curb, he refers to them all as the brood.
Oh, the brood.
Yeah. But and he was interested. He said he'd never been to any sort of mitzvah, bat or bar. So I said, well, my daughter next year might turn. I mean, she will turn 13.
Honey, were you nervous that she wouldn't survive, or?
Well, I was nervous because it was Bradley Pitt sitting right next to me. I mean, wouldn't you be nervous? Yeah. He makes me quake in my boots.
I don't know if I'd survive if I knew Bradley Pitt was coming to my bat mitzvah. Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, this is something I love. I love this location. Let's put the drapes aside. We don't need drapes. We don't need drapes. All we need is Bradley Pitt and our daughter, and that's a successful bat mitzvah in my eyes.
That sounds like a strange hookup, but sure. I mean, that could work.
Well, he's single.
That is true, but also very illegal.
I think he's a citizen. I don't think that he's illegal.
You make a very good point, honey. I'll call up Mr. Bradley Pitt and see if he's amenable to the trip.
Good. This is so exciting. I'm so excited for
we might go for a bat mitzvah and a wedding in the same day.
Then we could use the drapes.
Now we're back to the drapes.
Yes. Well, I pushed him off of this. We'll wish him for the wedding.
True.
And scene. Oh my gosh. I don't think Bradley will mind marrying a 13-year-old at all.
Mr. Pitt, if you're watching,
I had no
Mr.
clue
Pitt,
which one it was until you said that.
Wow.
What'd you say?
I said, I'm glad that you finally said daughter, because I had no clue which one it was.
Oh, Bot's daughter. Yeah.
Okay. I was just like, eventually Chris will tell me.
Yeah.
Are non-gender specific.
Yes.
I was hoping you'd go robot bar mitzvah, bot mitzvah.
Bot mitzvah. Emphasis on the bot.
Bradley
I saw
Pitt.
that Transformers, yeah.
Funny. All right. Let's see. What are we up to? Zoom meeting.
Yeah, I'll grab it. All right. So this is the part where I get to kick everybody out of the sound and everything. So everybody say bye, cast, real quick.
Bye.
All right. And let me go ahead and mute myself as well. So, okay. There we go. Good stuff. All right. It's just you and me now, guys, in the audience. And hi, how are you doing? Basically, what we're going to be doing now is a chaotic Zoom meeting. So what we're going to need from the audience, whether you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, what have you, go ahead and just start throwing in organizations, jobs, anything that would benefit from having a Zoom meeting. Over the past year, we've been having a lot of meetings via Zoom, doing the Brady Bunch thing like we have up on the screen. And what we're going to do is we're going to assign a job or an occupation or a club or what have you to each, basically an organization to each of our actors individually. Chris will get one, Ty will get one, Patrick will get one, Melanie will get one. And basically, they are all going to be working for some kind of interest or organization. The trick is, none of them are going to know which one the others are working for. Also, we need a topic of importance. Basically, just something that you would talk about at a meeting. Nothing too big or heavy, just a general, work-type related topic. Or some kind of problem they need to solve. So go ahead and throw that in. I've given you plenty to work with. Organizations, jobs, problem to solve. Go ahead and just throw it in the chat. No item too big or too small. So let me go ahead and see what we got so far. And just because I'm reading them, don't stop. Just keep throwing them in there. You might grab my attention. Let's see here. We have... okay, Barber's Guild. The hairdressers, not the milk company. I like it. So a haircutting guild. Given the current hair situation with... Chris, I think that would be hilarious if we go ahead and throw that to him, since he's the only one in our cast who wears a hat on a regular basis. So yeah, Chris will be barber hairdresser guild. Cool. Okay. And of course I misspelled that, but whatever. That seems to be par for the course tonight. Let's see. Oh, we have Vet Techs from Jana Fidgets. Okay, Vet Tech. I think Patrick Lynn would be a good Vet Tech, so we'll give it to him. Pretzel bakers. Specifically pretzels. I love the specificity on that, and I think Ty would appreciate that too. Cool. Uh, and then finally, let's see here. Just doing one more look around the old internet. Okay, let's see here. Smelters. Okay, interesting. And butchers, plumbers. I'm gonna go with a butcher. Okay, so let's see, some kind of butcher league, and let's throw it over to Melanie. Um, okay, cool. Butcher group, and I love this topic. Someone is leaving moldy cheese in the communal fridge. That is absolutely amazing because I have absolutely had that happen to me before. Okay, so one more time just to go around the thing for the benefit of the audience. Chris is a barber, hairdresser guild member. Patrick is a vet tech. Ty Maligani is as part of the pretzel bakers, and Melanie is part of a butcher group. Cool. All right, none of them are going to know who each other are working for. I'm going to start by getting these guys back in here. Hold on just a second here. All right, everyone, we're about to put you back into the show, so everybody cease your dissension as we go back into our group in 3, 2, and 1. You're back. All right, everyone. Everyone has their assignments, correct?
Yes.
The topic of importance will be someone's leaving moldy cheese in the communal refrigerator. You must discuss amongst yourselves to solve this problem in 3, 2, and 1.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad you guys were able to sign on to this Zoom meeting. It's of ultimate importance. I am very much about keeping a sanitary and aseptic area. And the fact that that blue cheese in the fridge has turned to like super blue cheese, it's quite disgusting. And I'm beginning to find spores on my smocks.
Yes. Just remember, guys, we want to keep them all happy and healthy, and we can't go around trying to produce our own medicine. Also, I don't even know if what we would use, like, I guess maybe penicillin is what someone was trying to make. We can't use that for our clients.
No, I actually, that's a really good point, because I really can't have penicillin or antibiotics or hormones or anything into these beauties that are hanging here. Now the fridge I need is large enough that you think I wouldn't have noticed that blue cheese in there, but it stunk up that entire space.
I just want to make sure that we're not messing with the beer cheese. The beer cheese is still good, right? The beer cheese is just still good because we need to have something to dunk, of course.
I mean, while people are waiting, I like for them to have stuff to dunk, like for little knickknacks and paddywhacks and snacks and stuff. Anything that rhymes with ack. But the blue cheese, whatever that cheese is, has permeated in the refrigerator into other lunches. So I ate my lunch and I was pretty sure I was tripping because I wasn't sure if the pole was turning on its own or if it was stationary. I couldn't tell. My eyes were just going crazy.
Well, you do know that the pole has to rotate around because it helps keep them evenly warm.
Well, just so you know, they shouldn't be too warm. We will take their temperature. Whenever we walk in the room. That will be usually a rectal thermometer. So just know that that's normal. Your little one might ipe a little bit, but just know that they're in safe hands when they're with us.
I want to bring up. Oh, go ahead.
No. I'd like to see what you have to say about that.
But so I did have a complaint about those rectal thermometers. Now, so typically the customers don't like leaning forward when I'm doing, in the sink. They like to lean backwards. And while they're leaning backwards and they're seated, it's almost impossible. I almost have to cut a hole in the chair to get that thermometer up in there. So I'm thinking we might want to go back to the standard temperature measurements.
The thermometer. I need a much bigger thermometer because I lift that tail. I mean, I could almost stick my arm up in there, but I need to kind of make sure that it's a decent temperature before I take those hind cuts off.
Yes, we need to make sure that we have the right temperatures inside of our ovens, right? Because if we don't have the golden crust and the soft inside, then is the whole point is the whole thing's pointless, right?
Well, if you're working with a Great Dane, then maybe you could use the arm, but I would caution heavily against that. And as far as the oven goes, we're trying to make sure that we're helping our pets grow healthy and not waiting until they cross the Rainbow Bridge, then they go to the incinerator. But we want to help our clients. We want to assist the aiding of them.
I do think that temperatures of the ovens do need to be in consideration. I personally like them a little bit higher than normal. And Miss Gladys, when she comes in, she actually enjoys the golden crust that comes out afterwards from the oven. So I don't think we want to necessarily play with the temperatures too much.
Yes, that's true. Especially if we have a rift. Some people like the cinnamon sugar. Some people like the salt, and you have different varieties.
All good colors, yes.
Yes, but we need to make sure that the customer does get what they want. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have to have the right cuts, and Patrick, I really kind of take offense to you thinking that any of these are domesticated animals hanging on these poles, which do not spin in my freezer. Thank you.
Well,
those are not dogs. That is not a Great Dane hanging there.
I'm sorry to be insensitive. I shouldn't know. A Zoom call where you're calling in from. I didn't know if they had the same eating practices. I hope that wherever you're going, you're not eating our cuddly friends.
Look at that carcass. There's no way. That's huge.
Yeah, and I don't think you should be cuddling with them. I know we make some pretty massive ones. Very big. Lots of fun. You can dunk them in a lot of stuff. You have a lot of food there, but I don't think you should be cuddling with them. It's not the point. The point is to eat them.
By the way, when I get done and I sweep up, you can almost make yourself a Great Dane with what I get up off the floor. I just want to point that out.
And scene.
So Ty, were you like a pretzel maker?
Guild.
Pretzel makers guild.
The guild.
So there's a whole guild of pretzel makers.
The whole guild of pretzel makers.
Okay.
Chris, were you like a hairdressers guild?
I was a barber/hairdressers guild. I was.
Okay.
Wow, y'all are guilds.
And was Melanie like a horse doctor?
Or like
she's
a
a
taxidermist?
slaughterhouse.
Like a butcher?
I was a butcher.
Butcher, yeah.
Well, I was not a guild. I was just a group. We're maybe
Butcher
not
as a group.
unionized.
Yeah,
You're clearly not a union shop.
You don't have a coat of arms and a crest and all
Right.
that stuff.
No.
And Patrick, were you like a animal euthanasianist?
I think just a vet, right?
A vet?
I didn't get that he was killing them.
Well, you mentioned something about making sure they went to the Rainbow Bridge, so I wasn't sure.
That was preceded by me saying, I hope they're healthy.
So you're a vet.
Everyone at home, spay or neuter or kill your pets. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. I'm out of here.
All right, that was fun. That was good.
The Dr. Kevorkian of animals. Okay.
Kevorkian.
Okay. All right, so we're going to move on to our next game, and it's going to be for Melanie and Ty. And for this game, we're going to need lots and lots of suggestions of genres for theater, movies, books, plays, anything that you can let your mind wander into the labels you see at the rows of Barnes and Noble. That's what we want to see. Hopefully not like self-help. I don't know. Because this game is going to be a game called Scene Three Ways. And in this game, Melanie and Ty are going to do a scene. They're going to do it one time. And then the fun part of the game is they're going to do that scene 3 times in genres that you choose. The game isn't the game until the game becomes the 3 games. That's why we call it Scene 3 Ways. 1, 2, 3, and then there's like the scene prime, which doesn't really count as a full scene. So if you see Ty at any point waving 4 fingers at you like he's a kindergarten teacher, know that he's not developed mentally.
You just have to let the audience mentally prepare that there are technically going to be 4 scenes.
Once we have it in the chat, the genres we want, audience, weigh in. Is it Scene 3 Ways or is it Scene 4 Ways? Settle the debate.
I like how we're just throwing down that gauntlet.
just so you know, if the vote doesn't go my way, I will stop the steal. All right, I'm not going to have this.
We
So-
should have started objection with this.
Yeah, I know. This is what objection should have been.
Yeah. The game objection now is just us settling our petty squabbles.
81 episodes, baby. This is where it's gotten to.
What happens? This is what happens.
It's just 1 hour of us berating each other. Chad, can I get you to scroll up and give me a suggestion that was not used earlier while we're still waiting on the types of genres?
Certainly. We have coffee creamer.
Coffee creamer. All right, so
Fun.
the topic will have something to do with coffee creamer, and we have suggestions for genres to emulate in this game of Seen Three Ways.
Okay, we have, what was put in the chat? Rom-com.
A romantic comedy.
They literally put that many M's in there,
Oh,
so they
wow,
really want to
nice.
say it, yeah.
So it is a
Rom-com.
All right.
Okay. We have a documentary.
a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We have one more.
Yes, a kids show.
Oh.
A kids show.
Nice.
All right. So everyone at home, bring the kids in here. This entire thing's to be kid friendly. All right. So this is Seen Through with Melanie and Ty. This first scene is going to have something to do with some coffee creamer, and that scene starts in 3, 2, and 1.
That's delicious. I'm not gonna lie. That's absolutely fantastic. This has been a great experience. I mean, I never would have thought that a coffee creamer tasting would have been a great first date, but I'm with it. I'm with it.
Well, I stopped drinking, and so I've been trying to find, and I always wanted to go to the wine country, but I thought come into coffee creamer country.
Right.
There's a lot of cows.
Right. Wisconsin.
Yeah, I know. But they have the cheese tasting, this afternoon.
It pairs well. Coffee
Right?
creamer and cheese is like the best pairing. I don't know
Yes.
where people get wine and cheese. That's ridiculous because this is delicious.
Isn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
I knew that we would connect like this.
Yes. I mean, I never would have thought that 1% would have been my favorite one. The 1% with the splash of orange in that coffee creamer, that's my favorite. Never would have thought. And I would never have known that if you wouldn't have brought me here.
I know. When we were at AA and, people are looking for things to do, I thought, oh my gosh, this might be the guy that I could actually take on my dream date with.
That's true. That's true.
and
I'm
that's
glad it
all
worked out because I wasn't even an alcoholic. I just showed up for the chicks. And so I'm glad this worked out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, full confession. I kind of showed up for the chicks too, but then I met you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and here we are.
Scene. All right. We're going to see that again now as a documentary, I think. In 3, 2, and 1.
And we come to this evening where we have two people who are tasting coffee creamers on what looks to be a first date.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, if you don't feel comfortable talking in front of the camera, I can turn the camera off or I can change your voice if you need. It's okay.
No, I mean, yeah, it's for the better good for me to talk about this.
Of course, people need to hear this. This is important stuff.
Yeah, they do, and I'm sorry.
It's
Are the
okay.
cameras still rolling?
Yes,
they
we're
rolling?
going to continue to roll the camera for 5 minutes after you even leave.
Okay, good. I really wanted to share with you
Yes,
the
please.
importance of these creamers and the damage it's doing to the ecosystem to be eating this much dairy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can you pause? We're going to show some B-roll for a minute.
What do I do when I'm
Just wait for a moment. Okay. All right, now we're back. If you could keep, just put the tears back on. Yeah, there we go. Just to not talk about alcoholism. Talk about alcoholism.
Okay, well, so when I was an alcoholic and I would just try to find people, I know it's something that needs to be talked about again. I'm so glad you're doing this film. Yeah, and my dad was an alcoholic, and they used to fight over creamer in the morning, which is why I can't even drink coffee now, because they just brings up the memories and the. Are we still on?
Yeah, I'm sorry. We have a really low budget, so I have to do all the music myself. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Just ignore me. Just ignore me.
That was the best documentary I've ever seen.
Just hold on. B-roll still rolling.
Can you put those tears back on? Put those tears back on.
All right, let's see that now as a romantic comedy or a rom-com. In 3, 2, and 1.
Hey, Sarah.
Oh my gosh, you have a little bit of foam right there.
Where is it?
Right there.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're so sweet, Sarah. I don't know how a dorky kid like me ever got a date with you.
I don't either. But you know what? I saw you and I just thought, you know what? Kind of adorkable.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Oh my gosh.
So anyway, I thought I wonder what would happen if he was like super caffeinated,
right?
Like me.
Oh, I'm so I've tried 6 different cups of coffee with all these coffee creamers, and I'm just saying my favorite coffee creamer is you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I just wanted you to know. I'm really nervous. I don't know. I think it's the caffeine that's just making me say things now. But
it's the caffeine.
Really like you, Sarah, I really like you a lot.
I like you too, Peter, and I brought you here because I know it's early in the relationship, and you're going to think this is crazy, but my parents gave me this creamer farm.
What?
And when I get married, it's ours. And I know you love creamer and running a creamer farm.
Right. I don't know if I could ever leave the city, but for you, I think I might be able to.
Can you imagine just waking up every morning and listening to the mooing of the cows and yanking on their chains?
I didn't know your parents were going to live here.
Scene.
Never have I heard milking a cow as yanking on their chains. That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
I'm a city girl. I don't know what they're called. Udders.
If you've ever done cowbird.
All right.
Yanking their chains.
All right. We're going to see that one more time.
You yanking my chain. All right. I don't even want to know what's left.
A kids show in 3, 2, and 1.
Welcome back, kids. Today's episode is brought to you by the letter C for coffee and creamer.
Hey, kids. So, you know that sometimes you take a sip of your mom and dad's coffee and you're like, this stuff is the bomb. It's because creamer.
Creamer, absolutely. Did you know that coffee creamer is actually made from cows? Another C word.
Cows, girls and boys.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, we learned earlier, how do you get the milk out of a cow, Peter?
You squeeze them.
And then you add a whole lot of sugar.
Yep.
And some caramel and some chocolate.
Absolutely.
And
more C's.
This is just the letter of the day. Coffee, creamer, cow. Come on.
Yeah. Now, kids, we need to talk about something serious here.
That's okay, though.
Yeah, kids children with a C. We have a serious conversation. Another C here. If you see your parents putting something in your coffee that's not a C, Bailey's. Start dialing AA for your parents, okay?
Yes,
right?
yes.
Bailey's in their coffee in the morning.
Because that is a controversy that we don't want to deal with.
Yes.
That's right.
Absolutely. You need to have a conversation.
Yeah. That's right. And you know what, kids? We are so grateful that you joined us today to learn about the dangers involved in coffee creamers.
Yes.
In your cup.
Yes. And just know if your parents put Irish cream in their coffees. Cream in their coffees. It means that they don't love you.
And scene.
That's the only kid show where they teach you the C word.
All of us.
Every C word but.
Oh God! You know how you get cream from a cow? You squeeze it.
Squeeze it. We are teaching kids things tonight.
You're welcome, world.
So, who's doing this? Patrick, you want to intro? What is our last game?
Ty can intro. Yeah, it'll be our last game.
Okay, there you go.
Probably not,
There we go.
All right, so what we need from the audience is, this is the simplest, easiest thing you can do. 2 letters. We just need 2 letters. 2 letters of the alphabet. Now, while you're doing that, Chad, do we have a suggestion from the past that we can use, or do you want me to ask for another suggestion? Because
we should probably get consonants instead of just any 2 letters.
No, I want to see what they pick. I'm tired of rules. I'm not in.
You're just trying to squeeze it. You're just squeezing it.
I'm trying to squeeze some actual improv skill out of you guys tonight. So we're gonna.
All right, we're trading E's for X's.
Yep.
All right.
Have fun. No, seriously though, Chris does have a good point. We need consonants, not just consonants, common consonants. So no X's, like Patrick just said. No Z's. Nothing. So we need no Q's. We need common consonants. 2 common consonants. And Chad, did we have a suggestion from the past, or do I ask for one?
Smelters.
This is fun for all those people at home who don't know about smelting. I could tell you about that because I work at Sloss Furnaces, so I can tell you all about the smelting process. This is something about smelters. Now, Chad, do we have 2 consonants?
Well, real quick before I do,
yes,
they call it that, but how bad did it in fact smelt?
Well, we don't know because only those who dealt it could smelt it.
Got it.
So
cool.
Yes.
All right. So
hey guys, grow up here, okay? leave the potty humor to the game. The players playing letter sub.
Which will be easy because we're doing M and L.
M like M.
Yes.
M and L as
Mike
like L.
and Lima.
Mike and Lima. My favorite beans. So
beans.
so this is M and L. I'm thinking all L's are M's is what I'm. No. Chris shook his head. Gosh, I never have the right thoughts. Now I will say this one time I did say something. Chris said
right.
no.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I was right the first time. So and we'll do all M's are L's. All M's are L's. So now it's not backwards, right? So not L's are M's. What I said the first time, stupid. That was stupid. It was wrong. All M's are L's. All L's are still L's. All right. So, and this is a scene about smelting, which is great because they have both letters in it. This is going to be so much fun. Yeah. So this is something about smelting. This is Chris and Patrick where all M's are now L's in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Litchell. Take your ear off. Take. Hey,
were you talking Lackle?
Yeah, I need to ask you a quick question.
Shoot.
How hot does the ladle need to be before it starts to lilt? Because I'm heating it, it ain't lilting.
Well, that's a good question. There are a lot of answers. Depends on the ladle you're trying to lilt. Now, if it was Lagnesio, then it needs to get super hot. But if it's just gold or steel or iron, it doesn't have it's different temperatures, different strokes for different folks.
I'm working with a Newland knoll, and it's getting awful hot. It looks like it might be 5,000 degrees.
That's hot.
I don't know what unit of leisure that would be in, but 5,000 seems like a high number.
It is a high number. We use thermometers to measure our temperature. Now, yeah, you smell that? That's the scent that permeates from the Lelted Lettle.
Is it safe to slell?
It's not.
Molten Lettle?
No, Lolton Lettle is dangerous. That's why I bring my Vicks Vapor Rub, and just take a little bit on your fingers or your thumb if you want, and just
I got both.
Rub it right under your nose above your mouth.
Did I apply enough of the ball?
No,
you supplied there.
You need a full mustache of Vicks on your lip.
I'm gonna I'll take a big scoop.
Yeah.
Smear it right over my mouth.
Slur that in like a milky goodness of Vicks. Yeah.
Little, that is strong.
It is. It'll shock your system.
That is a very strong ball of Vicks Vapor Rub there.
Yeah, it'll knock you into next week. It'll be Friday one day, and then you wake up and it's Monday. Like you won't even know. But you'll be safe.
Is this just Vicks Vapor Rub? Is there something else in there too?
You can use almost anything. I use candy bars, Lars bars. You can use those. All enjoys.
Well, I have a Milky Way over by the console. It may have melted from the heat of the factory.
They will melt. That's why I also recommend sometimes just use a jar of Layonnaise. Layonnaise, just get a old thing of Layo up there and just get a mustache of Layo over your mouth, and you're
saying combine the Vicks Vapor Rub and the Layonnaise,
and if
all in one.
Yes, licks that up, and if you get frisky, you can add some mustard and Layo. Ooh, that smells good.
And scene.
We use a lot of condolence in that scene.
Yeah.
Well, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. I hope your brains are okay after that last one. I know I was tinking a little bit on that. But thank you guys for joining us, and thank you for all of your wonderful suggestions. I'm still thinking back to that kids show. We had a lot of weird things happen to children on our show here today. Bradley Pitt might have married one. We had young choir boy smokers, and we taught kids the C word. So it was very educational tonight. So if you guys have any last minute suggestions for any title ideas for the show, feel free to type those in now. I would like to thank our cast here tonight. So the big round of applause for Ty. For Melanie. For Patrick. And of course for Chad, who does everything. He bells and whistles with the best of them. And speaking of Chad, I'm going to turn it over to him real quick so we can go over our potential titles. One of my favorite parts of the show.
Potential I keep thinking of where L fits into there, and it doesn't. So, yeah, that's why I don't play that game. Okay, so, real quick, thank you again to everyone for your suggestions tonight and for all. We have a lot of suggestions for show titles, so bear with me when we get to that. But first, I would be remiss if I didn't thank Janet Fidgets, Comedy Girly, Archradish, and Eagle Panini for their financial support with all the bit cheers that they did tonight. So, thank you so much. Be sure to keep that rolling and let folks know, hey, we're out here doing comedy. So free comedy piped directly to your device. We can't get that deal much anywhere else, and you guys help make that possible, so thank you so much for that. Okay, so we have a lot of suggestions real quick for the title of our show. First of all, put a wall banger in your skirt. The Church of Godiva.
That's a good one too.
Ear perking mode. Amalgamation of tongues, which, by the way, is a D&D monster now. I've decided.
That's what my mom called French kissing.
Yeah. Get your tongue. That's just an amalgamation of tongues. That's evil.
Amalgamated together.
That's redundant.
Becoming one with my wetness.
That's a good one too.
I graduated to being your dad. The bar is low.
That's pretty much every show.
Yeah.
That's a given.
I hobnobbed with Bradley Pitt. Coffee creamer country. Also C words. Yeah. Put the tears back.
Put the tears back on.
The other C word. Less tash of mayonnaise above your mouth. And finally, lots of condolence.
Oh yeah, condolence. So if any of you guys like any of those titles that you've seen and you want to kind of upvote it, just type it in again for whatever your vote would be for your title, and we'll look back after and choose which one we're going to do before the show ends. I would like to remind everyone that this Saturday we have another short form improv comedy show. Also on Tuesday, I don't know why I said it like that, but Tuesday we've got another round of our Jackbox games. And if you'd like to be a part of any of those, whether it's this Tuesday or any Tuesday, and join us on screen or on our Twitch stream playing with us, just let us know. Contact us and tell us what date you're free, and we'll send you our Zoom links and our Discord link to let you play along with us. Or you can go to our website, chaoticgoodimprov.com/contact, to let us know you're interested. All right. Chadley Cooper, do you have, do we have any updates for Chadley Pitt, actually? Any updates for the title?
Hey, look, I was watching Bradley Cooper back when Alias was the thing. What you talking about? Let's see
he's
here.
sexy.
Yeah, well. No comment. Anyway, amalgamation of tongues seems to be popular in the chat, which, quite frankly, I'm all for an amalgamation of tongues. So
yeah. I mean, it's a catcher.
It is.
It's an eye catcher.
It certainly
Might catch us some views.
Yeah. Hey, what's this stuff? Are they what tongues? What kind of tongues are they talking about? Are they like
They're
human tongues?
amalgamating.
They figured out how to French over Zoom. We need to watch, we learn.
We called it A-mating.
I'm actually genuinely surprised that this hasn't been invented over the past year. I mean, honestly.
Oh man.
I just hope that title doesn't get us shut down.
It won't.
Nah.
It's just anatomy.
Yeah.
It's true.
As so many things are.
Chad, do we have any raids planned or anything?
I honestly did not have one in the chamber.
Don't worry, that's groovy. That's fine. So, amalgamation of tongues. Who was it that suggested that
Oh
title?
yeah, thank you to RM Little for that. Appreciate that.
RM Little. All right, thank you. We should go back. We need to give little notes on each episode as to who came up with the titles.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going back through 80 episodes to do it, but maybe from here on out. I don't know. But thanks everyone again for joining us. Thank you to our cast for playing along. And of course, Chadley Pitt for all of his technical acumen. This has been an amalgamation of tongues, our title of our show. Thank you all and have a wonderful rest of your night.
Bye.